Alright. We're gonna proceed to the Undead Church. Where are my manners? Let me wave hello. We actually picked this shield up. Elongated wooden shield decorated with a white dragon. Lighter than metal shields, lower physical damage reduction, and reduced shield stability. Metal shield wielded by hollow soldiers, heavily rusted but sturdy, providing a strong defense. I'm actually going to switch. Yeah, I can still parry. Yeah, we're just going to push on. Three hits. Wow. Yeah, we need to get to, I think, like 2,000. We have someone that would like very much to be summoned into this world. Zangief. Oh. Yeah. Now we're in some serious trouble. Woo! Oh. So you can beat out the closing of that gate, but I kind of misstepped the path up here, so we need to do this the longer way. We have some alluring skulls that we picked up, which have a use. Skull with meekly lingering souls, throw to shatter and spread souls to certain types of enemies. To attract certain types of enemies. Souls are a concentration of life, and the life of soul-starved hollows are lured by its power, not effective for all enemies. Oh! That is very... kind of messing every little thing up now. But, the general idea I was going for was throwing a, skull into the fire and, luring that thing in that way. I think we've gotten all the items that we can get here. I'm just curious. No, this is not a buffable sword. That's what I was wondering. Ooh! Yeah, this weapon has some pretty good reach. For an early game weapon, like, you you can't do much better. There is some speed lacking. Gold pine resin. Rare pine resin, which emits golden sparks, applies lightning to right-hand weapon. Affected weapon inflicts rare lightning damage, making it effective against targets which are resilient to magic and fire. Very effective against dragon family foes. But as we've established, we can't actually buff this sword with lightning. Alright, so mystery key also. Main purpose of this key is unknown. It appears to be a basic prison cell key. Ooh! Ah, we missed it. Tightrope walking is kind of I hated it in Demon's Souls. Unfortunately, there isn't a ton of it to do in this game. Plug some Sunny D. Yeah. Fog Gate. You fall below. It only takes one hit from that weapon to knock down the guard of that hollow shield. What is this thing's R2 attack? Oh, nice. I like that. We get a Balder helm from that and a Knight shield. Knight shield, very heavy. This medium metal shield is elegantly carved and painted. Although it is thought to have been used by ancient knights of the nobility, its defense capabilities are similar to other shields. And we also picked up a Balder helm. Helm worn by the knights of the ancient knights of Balder is made from thick iron plates. Balder was the homeland of the knight King Rendal, but it came to ruin after a great many undead were spawned. Yeah, that two-handed attack is really nice. I usually build HP, but I can see. Whoa! Glug. Illusory wall ahead. It's got 3,781 trolls, because there's not actually an illusory wall ahead. It attracts the Balder Knight from the other side there to attack you. And if you don't know it's there, he can really take you by surprise. Bam! Basement key, hollow soldier armor. And the guy that pulls this lever does not respawn, so once you open this, you can just proceed straight through. The Mastodon creature. I don't know what it's actually called, but it doesn't respawn either. Halberd. Long or regular thrust weapon. Long-hilted weapon mixing spear and axe is difficult to handle, requiring both strength and dexterity. Halberd has two elementary attacks, spear-like thrusting and large sweeping swings. However, one false swing and the wielder is left wide open. Trivial for us to handle. You can see some of the drawbacks of the weapon. The R2 attack not being one of them. That's a really good sweeping attack. But the one-handed attacks are very problematic. That is actually a very good attacking arc. Very, very underrated weapon. And, yeah, careful. You get kind of ambushed there from behind. I also do not recommend proceeding through the church this way. There is kind of a trap. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff over. Woo! Oh, we weren't quick enough there. The only drawback of this sword is that it's a little bit slow. But it does have a good sweeper. And we can take this guy on. Yeah, you can see where getting 18 dex can be well worth it. Wow, we basically one-shot kill there. And you get a tower shield and a Titanite shard. That is actually a very, very nice shield, but it's also very heavy. Used by Knight Baronicki, known for its heavy armor. This thick plate of iron is heavily defensible, but ultra heavy. Great shields are very stable and deflect attacks. However, one cannot parry, and instead bashes with the shield. Firekeeper Soul, we'll read about that in a minute. So, we might as well do this now. This links our way back to Firelink. Soul of the Long Lost Firekeeper. Each keeper is a corporeal manifestation of her bonfire and a draw for the humanity, which is offered to her. Her soul is gnawed by infinite humanity and the boost power of precious Estus Blast. We used to gain humanity and restore HP at the cost of losing the Firekeeper soul to reinforce the Estus Blast. Which is absolutely what the souls are intended for. But yeah, we're just venturing off here a little bit. There's a few things we can and should be able to do. Firstly, we'll light and reinforce this bonfire. Oh, why not? We actually have a duplicate. Hollow Soldier helm and armor, so I'm just gonna start depositing some of the duplicate armors we have.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak. Still closed. Still closed.
Still closed, he says.
Still closed. Still closed.
And his dialogue just loops there. So, my top priority right now is just to, we get 2 level ups. I just want to straight up be able to use the sword 1 or 2-handed. %65 lightning block. Come down here to Andre.
You must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Special Ember. Now we actually can reinforce weapons, which is very handy. You can also reinforce shields, which generally makes their stability better. Usually. And you can reinforce armor as well, which is the most rudimentary way. And then we can get his hurrah gesture. I'm just going to repair my equipment. And you can buy Titanite shards. Got the smith and repair boxes here. And a bunch of nice weapons to choose from. I think I'll come back when we're actually ready to buy stuff and we can go over some of the lore, maybe after it's actually in my possession.
Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh? Don't get yourself killed, neither.
I think there's more.
Well, you need it. There are 2 types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services. You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well. Whether you put no.
Alright. The dialogue's looping.
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there.
And this normally would be a lot harder, but I have a sneaking suspicion that with this sword having the power it does, that we can make relatively, maybe not. Alright, he is a little bit get stronger and return here later is the basic gist. And this sword actually does see scaling with strength. Okay. I think that gets better even as you progress through the game. Alright. Yeah, the one-handed is more than strong enough to just deal with these guys. Very, very nice. And we're just gonna... Oh, a little bit off balance here. Channelers. He's come. What? Wow. Very, very intriguing. The buffing eventually does wear off. But until it does, you have to be very, very careful. Like, but on the upside, he can never buff those guys again. Broken straight sword. It'd be interesting if we did get invaded at this point in the game, because I think whoever invades us at this point would expect an easy mark, and we are Oh! And we're actually far from that. Like, whoever comes into this world will find a massive shock to their HP if they took hits from our sword. Although this weapon isn't particularly fast, and since a lot of people that play online do fish for backstabs, it's not an ideal weapon for PvP. Going around in circles.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
I missed some of the dialogue.
Yes, sincerely.
I intended to talk
congratulate
to him
your
again,
trek
but it just
of
opened the
cunning.
door.
I truly appreciate this. And I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I have just been freed. Allow me some time. I am free. Now, I can get back to work.
Very unsubtle hint that he's up to no good there.
I am free.
Anyway. We're just like, okay, weirdo. Been there. We should be able to summon Solaire, but I think Narcissa. Lautrec becomes available for summon as well. So if we go back to Firelink and trigger some dialogues, we can get around to summoning in Lautrec. I love this sword as an early game sword, though. It's amazing. You just cut these guys down in a single... Well, I say single hit, and then they just roll in like that. Yeah, the downside is that the sword is a little bit slower, so you can easily miss them. Titanite shards. Yeah, we have some things to do here. Some dialogue from you.
Don't you ever think to forge your weapons? You'd better find a smith box soon, unless you enjoy swinging about with blunt instruments.
Nice laugh.
How did that silly sorcerer's apprentice end up? You know, the one always prattling on about Master Logan. He left for the Undead burg, but never came back. Serves him right. If even old Big Hat can't break it out there, what chance does he have? I hope he enjoys his new life as a hollow. And
Leave me alone, he says. Alright, we need another point of endurance. Gives us a little bit more stamina, but I think it critically also allows us to equip the heater shield with a half roll. There's our buddy Lotric.
Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it. I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now. Our futures are...
Yeah, he says that a lot.
You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Okay. But we can use this Firekeeper Soul, get our Estus to +1, which I think is good for 50 more HP of restoration.
oh, have you seen that terribly morose lass? The Firekeeper. She's stuck keeping that bonfire lit. Sad, really. She's mute and bound to this forsaken place. They probably cut her tongue out back in her village, so that she'd never say any god's name in vain. How do these martyrs keep chugging along? I'd peter out in an instant. And
He doesn't want to say much more.
Oh, miracle. I'm afraid that may come again.
Alright, up we get. I'm curious about the spawn event for Rail Thurland. Oh, we're actually way away from worrying about her spawn. Alright. Woo! Good times. Yeah, there's so many of these guys. But they're not too difficult as long as you don't go too crazy with it anyway. We have no. Where is Lautrec? I forget. That should be him. We need to be a little bit careful how we handle these tails now. We'll bow to you. both of you, and we will come in and fight the boss. I'm using the longsword and just because I think it's the easiest sword to actually cut the tail off. Once we actually get the tail, we can switch back to the Black Knight sword. And... There we go, we got it. Come on. There we go. Nice hit. You can just let your bros just deal with them, but it won't be so easy in future battles. Just checking for items. Bear with me a minute here, I'll be right back. I just need to step out for a minute there. Got ourselves plenty of souls. You just go and give the bell here a chime. I mean, this sword is incredibly powerful, but it's also incredibly slow, which is the big drawback of it, really. And holy crap, there's a guy here now.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Careem, the Pardon. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess? Put your keys. For indeed all sin is my domain.
Can learn his gesture. Well, what is it? You can use him to abandon covenants, which... it's the cheapest place for purging stones. We've got Karmic Justice, which is a miracle that counters damage with a blast, I think it is. Valka Talisman, which is a talisman based on intelligence, magic. Can't get that ring because we don't have 15,000 souls. Floodbite ring, which Despite the dreadful rumors surrounding its creation, this ring is an unmistakable asset in its ability to help prevent bleeding. And then this one's an unmistakable asset in preventing poison. Both rings commissioned by Sir Astor of Kareen, which is where Lautrec is from. But indictments. You get invaded, you use these to place sin on your opponent. I think you only need one. And then Book of the Guilty gives you a list of the guilty players. Goddess of Sin Velka oversees a list of the guilty who have disrespected the gods or their covenants and shall one day face the wrath of the blade of the dark moon. Purging Stone. Secret Treasure of Arster, the Earl of Kerm, reduces curse buildup and breaks curse. These are helpless against curses and can only redirect their influence. Purging Stone does not dispel curses, but receives them as a surrogate. The stone itself was once a person or some other being. Miracle of the Black-Haired Witch of Velka, temporary auto-counter versus heavy damage. For each sin there is punishment, and it's a task of Goddess Velka to define the sin and mete out the punishment. Velka's Talisman, medium for casting miracles of the gods. This black tuft of hair serves as talisman. Belongs to Velka, Goddess of Sin. It casts miracles not by drawing upon faith, but intelligence. We're going to get the Book of the Guilty.
Stocking up on indictments? How honorable of you. Greeting. I am pleased to see you are welcome anytime. It is only human to commit a sin.
Interesting. But yeah, you can use the Book of the Guilty, and then it just retrieves the those that have sinned, and you can just see who. I mean, you'll see them if they come into your world and try to kill you. Okay. Alright, let's go back below. I'm just gonna do the lore related to the Crestfallen Warrior, and then we're gonna bow out and leave the rest of this for another time. And that's the only real dialogue that's immediately important to our actions.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide. What's wrong? Get a bit of a scare out there? No problem. Have a seat and get comfortable. We'll both be hollow before. Well, what are you going to do? I've already decided. I don't really care. I'm simply crestfallen. Hmm? I'm not up for chat.
And now he doesn't feel like chatting anymore. But yeah, that's just basically what we wanted to cover. And we're bowing out.